Guys, I want to do real quick, I want to give you some circuit symbols. We're going to be building some circuits, and you're going to have to do it from these symbols. So I want to teach you, you've seen some of these already, but I want to teach you the symbols that we use when we're going to sketch out a circuit. Rather than drawing a big box and writing battery in it, we have some kind of shorthand for it. You've already seen capacitor, and it looks like, as we try to do with all these, they look like what the thing does. A capacitor is two pieces of metal that are separated by a distance. So we kind of draw it like that. This, you will see it probably not on any of my capacitors or any of my circuit drawings, but that's a kind of an old school version of it where one of the sides is a little curved. Long story why it's like that, and really no big deal. You've seen battery. You remember the first batteries were, we saw this in that video the other day, you can make a nickel and a penny and a nickel and a penny. Well, that's supposed to represent the two different kinds of metal that made up some of the earliest batteries. And we saw this today in class where that's a lamp. It's supposed to symbolize the filament of the lamp. So that's those three. Now, we've been talking about resistors. Resistors, because they resist electrons going down the wire, it's this little squiggly kind of line here. It's just designed to represent the resistance going down the wire. And sometimes you will see, looks the same way, except it's got a little arrow drawn that points down the middle of it. There are variable resistors, a little dial or a little slide, but usually it's a little dial that you can turn one way or another, and you can either increase or decrease the resistance. Remember in the last video I talked about resistivity, and it has to do with length. Well, when you're turning a dial, you're moving two pieces of metal, and you're making the electrons go down a longer length to get there, and that's how you can do that. The volume knob on your TV or radio or whatever, that is just a variable resistance knob. So a resistor with a little arrow that indicates that you can move it is a variable resistor. Switch, we did this today in class 2. That's with the switch open. Sometimes you draw it closed depending on what you're trying to diagram about your circuit. And this one, I haven't shown you all this yet, but the negative side of the battery is referred to as the ground, mostly because if I had a lightning rod, a bunch of electrons would go in it when it got hit by lightning. I would channel those electrons down into the ground. So I'll explain more of that in a few days. But that little symbol, a little arrow that kind of points toward the ground, means the negative side of things. You'll see some circuit diagrams where you see that, and it'll make a little more sense then. Two last things. We talked about diodes. Diodes are those things that I said will let electrons go through one way and not another way. It's abbreviated with a little arrow with a little kind of line in front of it. Electrons will go through one way, but not the other way. And so that's the symbol we use, a little circle with an arrow through it. But there's a special kind of diode called a light-emitting diode. And those little red lamps that we were passing around the other day, those are light-emitting diodes, and they're very important. We do lots of things with those things. It's the same symbol, except it's got a couple little kind of jaggedy arrows that are supposed to indicate the light coming off of it. Now, 9 things here. There's a few more, but that's the basics, and I just want you to kind of familiarize yourself with that, because as I draw more and more of these on the board, I want you to kind of know what I'm doing. That said, that's it. Hope this was very, very short. You are now ready for class.